Hello everyone, my name is Trey Lowell, and today I'll be going over my research presentation, which revolves around rap lyrics and their influence on violence and violent crimes. So just going over what will be discussed in this presentation, I'll be talking about the background of the issue. I'll also be providing a review of literature for further information on the topic. I'll be going over my research question as well as my hypothesis for the outcome. We'll also be going over the design of the research, which will include the sampling, method of conducting the research, as well as how the key variables will be measured. And I'll also be talking about the limitations and strengths of this particular research structure. And then to finish, I'll be going over implications and how this research can be used and by whom. And then to completely finish off, I'll be doing an overall conclusion of the presentation. So just some background on the issue that I'm discussing. As many of you know, hip-hop and rap is one of the most commonly listened to genres of music today. In fact, almost 1/3 of all music streams in 2020 were of hip-hop artists. However, rap also happens to be one of the most controversial genres in music, with lyrics including topics such as drugs, murder, degradation of women, etc. And it's been like this for decades. Subgenres of rap like Christian rap and parody rap do not share these same topics. However, they will not be the focus of this research. Rap music is not limited to talking about violence, however, as it has been used for decades as a platform for social change. An example of this is 2020 is Bigger Than Life by Lil Baby, and this song talks about the frustration of the black community in response to the George Floyd incident that year. The problem with this is that this kind of rap gets outshined because it does not sell as well as violent lyrics. And this is what has led to hip-hop and rap being the scapegoat for decades for the increase in violence in the United States. So I included some important points from a few of the peer-reviewed articles and reports to add further value to the issue. A key point from Richardson and Scott is that rap is not homogeneous, and the artist's life experiences should also be taken into context when examining the lyrics. And what this is basically saying is that these lyrics in these songs cannot be taken at the surface level. And also, as discovered by Tatum, studies that examine the relationship between rap music and youth violence are nearly non-existent. And then Ribolo, Gill, and Morris actually explain that on many occasions, violent lyrics are used in rap songs only because it is profitable. And they also go on to explain the three main contexts for glorification of violence in rap. And they specify that it's done either as a symbol of macho power, as a cure-all for disputes between blacks, or as a necessity for individual protection. And then this leads me to my research question, and that question is, do rap lyrics influence people to commit violent crimes? I hypothesize that rap lyrics alone have minimal influence on individuals to commit violent crimes. Rather, it is rap lyrics in combination with other societal failures that push individuals to commit violent crimes. So getting into the research design, I will start by talking about the sampling. I decided to use a multi-stage cluster sampling model to cast the widest net in terms of where violent crimes are occurring in the United States. I started by finding the 3 states with the highest violent crime rates as of 2020. I found these to be Alaska, New Mexico, and Tennessee. From this point, 3 random state correctional facilities will be chosen from each state. Each facility chosen must house both male and female inmates. And the population in focus will be 50 inmates convicted of violent crime from each facility, 25 men and 25 women. The sampling frame will not place any emphasis on a specific race and focus on both male and female. I will be using a short survey as a means to conduct the actual research, and specifically I'll be using a group administered paper survey. And this will be done in order to ensure a high response rate, and for the researchers to be able to thoroughly explain survey instructions and answer questions immediately as they pop up in the testing facility. The inmates will be chosen at random by the warden at each facility, but this will be limited to 25 male inmates and 25 female inmates, and these people will gather in separate rooms, and a paper survey will be administered by researchers in person with the assistance of the correctional officers at the facility. Because it is in a group administered setting, it's highly likely that the response rates will be high, but this must be carried out at each of the 9 facilities, and because of this, 6 months will be allocated to conduct all surveys. And the ultimate goal of this method is to observe a direct connection between those who listen to rap and the crimes that they have been convicted of. The final part of the research design is how key variables will be measured. Rap lyrics in this study are the independent variable. Rap lyrics will be defined as songs from American artists that fall under the category of explicit and are centered around violence, drugs, gangs, etc. The focus will be on lyrics from songs by prominent artists in rap that are notorious for rapping about these activities, such as King Von, Lil Durk, NWA, and many others. Violent crimes are the dependent variable in this research. According to the National Institute of Justice, in a violent crime, a victim is harmed by or threatened with violence. Violent crimes include rape and sexual assault, robbery, assault, and murder, and these will be the convictions that I'll be focusing on for this research. However, there are some limitations and drawbacks to this particular research design. The first of which is that inmates are considered to be a special group. Therefore, their participation cannot be made mandatory even though they are in prison. Another drawback is the time required to conduct a survey. As previously stated, researchers must travel to each facility to conduct the surveys, and this will inevitably take time. And this will easily be the most time-consuming part of the research design. The final limitation with this design structure is that other factors that influence the individual to commit the violent crime are not being examined. In this case, only rap lyrics and their influence are being examined. This particular research structure comes with a number of strengths, the first of which being a result of the group-administered paper survey. This setting will ensure a high likelihood of high response rates and allows for the researcher to answer any questions or provide assistance and clarification to those who may need it at the prisons. The close-ended questions and the interpretive why questions that will be on the survey will allow for well-rounded answers. And also, lyrics can be swapped out with others on the survey to get diversity and responses on the surveys from each facility. This study will also allow researchers to thoroughly examine the link between rap lyrics and violence. And as I previously stated, this is already an understudied topic. And finally, depending on the results, attitudes may actually be shifted regarding rap lyrics and music to an either more positive sentiment or negative. This study does have a number of implications and ways that it can be used. Two of the most important ones that I identified are that it can assist in proper music censorship guidelines in schools, prisons, etc. And the other is that it allows parents to make informed decisions on what their children can listen to. And this is not an exhaustive list. This can go on for forever, but these are the two that I deem to be the most important implications for this research. And then just to wrap everything up, so this study will undoubtedly bring increased insight regarding the topic, and will also allow for the strength of the link between rap lyrics and violent crime to be thoroughly determined. As I previously said, this is already an understudied topic, so allowing us to see that link that link and how strong it is important. The results of this research will also assist in proper censorship guidelines. And this research study is not the end, as more research is needed to explore the other factors that influence individuals to commit violent crime. As with this study, we're looking at the rap lyrics influence. So I just want to thank everyone for their time, and I'm more than open to feedback. Thank you.